Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on deck, and I go by the name DJ Skillful. And I'm right here with Pastor Patrick Asumani. So I attended the service today. And he said something on the pulpit. He said, if you don't attend service, that means you are far from church, or you're far from God if you don't attend service. And now you use the illustration of not going to school. How does that work, sir? Because there are lots of persons that prefer serving God from the house.
You think so? They wise.
Don't want to have issues with members of church or coming to do a show up. So try and explain to us.
Okay, thank you very much.
The camera, please.
Emphatically, you can't serve God from home.
Why?
Just the way you can't go to school from house. I know that there are several online activities here and there, but how come your attendance? Attendance forms part of your assessment. Now let me talk about going to church. King David said, I was glad when they said, let us go to the house of the Lord. King David didn't say there was a conference. He didn't say there was a convention. He didn't say there was a program. He just said, I was glad when they said, let us go to the house of God. That tells you that going to the house of God cannot be played down as far as a normal believer is concerned.
But what about, sorry to cut you, okay. What about the people that invest in the house of the Lord, but they don't go to church?
Okay, you invest in the house of the Lord financially, but you don't go to church. What about the development of your spirit? Okay. Faith cometh by hearing, hearing by the word of God. So how about that? In Psalm 73, from verse 1 to 16, David was complaining about certain things in his life. How he didn't understand certain things that were happening and all that and other. I don't understand why the unbelievers are doing well. I don't understand why some things are happening. But he said in verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of God, then I understood. That means certain things can never be understood until you go into church.
Sir, the richest people in the world, if you go through the history, they are not Christians.
Like who?
The richest people in the world.
Listen to this.
Okay.
The richest people in the world are not Christians. I cannot completely disagree with you.
All right.
But the point is this. These richest people you are talking about, we are all under one kingdom or the other. You can't be neutral. Either you are in the secret place of God or you are in the secret cult. Why do you think people acquire degrees and yet they go fetish? Why do you think people acquire the degrees and yet they go diabolical? It is because you cannot be neutral in this life. You are either in the kingdom of light or in the kingdom of darkness. You can't just be neutral. You can't go through school and acquire degrees and get a job and then stay your life. No way. If you want to have prosperity and security, there must be spirituality.
Okay, sir. Now, you know, in churches we have people in the choir, we have people ordained deacons and all that. But have you noticed that the poorest people we have in church are the prayer warriors?
How are you sure?
We've done some underground background in church.
Point is not completely exhaustive.
Why do you say so?
In the sense that I have lived a major part of my life as a church boy. I have seen prayer warriors as millionaires. I have seen ushers as millionaires.
I agree for the ushers.
Okay.
We're talking about prayer warriors.
So why do you think people praying in church are poor?
We've done our
So
shit.
do you think God punished them for being prayer warriors?
We don't know. We don't know.
God cannot punish them because they are praying. In fact, God should bless them because they are praying for the advancement and the promotion of the kingdom.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the next episode. Follow us on YouTube. Get back to us. Thank you so much.